What if I told you there are towns in America where the zip code doesn't exist? The ground sometimes breathes. A forest is so quiet, it feels like it's listening to you. And there's a place with only one legal resident who is both the mayor and the bartender. And none of this is fiction. These aren't horror movie sets. They're real US towns with real histories, real stats, and real nope, absolutely not energy. Welcome to the list you didn't know you needed. Ranked from mildly unsettling to, okay, someone get me out of. Real facts, real crime data, real stories. No exaggeration needed. Number 10, Monowi, Nebraska, the one-woman town. Imagine waking up every morning as the entire population of your town. No neighbors, no children playing outside, no traffic, not even a mayor. What a great dream, huh? Unless you look in the mirror. Welcome to Monowi, Nebraska. Population 1. For decades, the only resident has been Elsie Eiler, who runs the local tavern, manages the town's taxes, and technically approves her own license renewals. She's the mayor, the city council, and, if you think about it, also her entire voting district. It's not scary in a jump scare. It's creepy in the, how is this even a functioning town? Surprising fact, Monowi still appears on maps because Elsie files all required city paperwork by herself. The census literally lists one, and that's what makes Monowi eerie. It's a ghost town with one living ghost, keeping it alive. Curiosity Bridge. If Monowi feels empty, wait until we visit a town where everyone lives inside the same building, like they're hiding from something. Number 9, Whittier, Alaska, the town inside a tower. In Whittier, Alaska, the whole small town concept gets reorganized. Instead of spreading out across land like normal humans, Whittier's residents, about 200 to 300 people, live inside a single giant Cold War high-rise. Begich Towers. One building, one tunnel into town, one schedule telling you when you're allowed to enter or leave. It's giving dystopian energy. The tower has apartments, a church, a school, a convenience store, and even a post office. Everything happens under the same roof. Imagine knowing your ex lives somewhere between floors 7 and 14 forever, with no escape except a tunnel that closes at night. And because Whittier sits under harsh storms and long winter darkness, the silence around the tower feels unnatural, like the world outside isn't meant for people. Its military history adds flavor. This was once a fortress-like strategic base during the Cold War, and honestly, it still looks like. But at least Whittier has people. Let's head to a place where the buildings still stand, but time stopped and everything else left. Number 8, Cairo, Illinois, the city that died while standing. Cairo is one of the strangest sights in the Midwest. A city that feels alive in the bones, but dead in the skin. Once a booming river port with thousands of residents, Cairo collapsed. Economically, socially, architecturally. Today, entire blocks of historic downtown are abandoned or boarded up, as if the whole place pressed pause and never hit play again. Population at its peak? Over 15,000. Today, under 1,800. What makes Cairo truly creepy is the contrast. Brick buildings stand tall like they're waiting for crowds that will never return. Old storefronts look ready to open, except no one's coming. The atmosphere screams, something went very wrong here. Visitors often describe Cairo as a living ghost town. Still functioning, still inhabited, yet hollowed out by decades of decline. And while the town itself is small, the broader region struggles with crime and limited resources, adding to the tension. But if Cairo feels frozen in time, wait until you see a place where the government cleared people out so fast that conspiracy theories sprouted like weeds. Number 7, Helltown, Ohio, the evacuated community. First of all, the name, Helltown. Not exactly a cozy Airbnb destination. Technically, it's part of Boston Township, Ohio, but when the federal government bought out homes in the 1970s to expand the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, neighborhoods were abruptly evacuated. Houses boarded up, roads cut off, families gone almost overnight. And nature? Oh, nature took over in a weird way. There are roads that lead to nowhere, random foundations hidden in the woods. Signs reading, "Road closed" on streets that look perfectly fine, except they don't go anywhere. Official explanation? The government needed the land. Unofficial reaction? Yeah, but why did they do it like that? Rumors exploded. Secret experiments, toxins, cults in the forest. None proven, but the speed and silence of the buyouts added gasoline to the fire. Locals still talk about strange nighttime gatherings in the 80s and 90s, and police spent decades chasing off trespassers exploring the ruins. But Helltown still had multiple residents. unlike the next place, where isolation doesn't come from abandonment, it comes from nature trapping you in. Number 6. Nome, Alaska, where the tundra takes people. Nome looks innocent from afar. Colorful houses by the Bering Sea, a historic gold rush town, friendly sled dogs. But then, winter comes, and the darkness hits, and things start disappearing. Nome's population hovers around 3,500 to 4,000, but its isolation makes everything feel amplified. Blizzards hit so hard they erase the horizon. Sea ice moves like a living creature, and the tundra surrounding the town is one of the most unforgiving environments in America. A wave of disappearances involving Alaska Native travelers passing through the town became so concerning that the FBI investigated patterns in the 2000s. Most cases were linked to exposure or alcohol, not a serial killer as rumors suggested, but the eerie reputation stuck. Nome is creepy for one reason: the environment doesn't care if you survive. It swallows roads, erases footprints, and hides evidence. You can walk 5 minutes outside city limits and feel like you're the last person on Earth. But Nome still exists fully as a town. Our next destination, not so much. Number 5. Selma, Alabama, the historical city with alarming crime. Selma is famous for courage, history, and the civil rights movement. But today, behind the iconic Edmund Pettus Bridge and historic churches, lies a deeply unsettling reality. Selma, with around 19,000 residents, experiences violent crime rates far above the national average. One year, nearly 350 violent incidents were recorded, about 18 per 1,000 residents, compared to the US average of 4 to 5. That's more than quadruple. Visitors often describe a bizarre tension. You're standing in a major historic landmark, but the surrounding neighborhoods feel abandoned, worn, and unsafe at night. Locals talk about hearing gunfire regularly. Businesses struggle to stay open. Poverty is high, and resources for law enforcement are stretched thin. The creepiness in Selma isn't supernatural. It's the heavy contrast between heroic history and harsh modern struggles. A place that should feel inspiring instead feels uneasy, fragile, and unpredictable. And Selma isn't alone. Our next town looks picture perfect until you see the crime rates. Then nothing makes sense. Number 4. Hartsville, South Carolina, the pretty town with ugly statistics. On paper, Hartsville looks like a southern postcard. Tree-lined streets, a charming downtown, traditional churches, friendly porches. But numbers don't lie. With about 7,400 residents, Hartsville has been listed as one of the most violent small towns in America. In one analysis, its violent crime rate hit approximately 1,435 incidents per 100,000 people, 4 times the national rate. That means your chances of experiencing violence here are closer to what you'd expect in a major inner-city area, not a town smaller than a shopping mall. Recent years brought high-profile shootings, robberies, and community alerts urging people to be cautious, even in daylight. It's the classic horror movie setup. Beautiful place, bad things happen, nobody understands why. The dissonance, pretty town, terrifying numbers, is what makes Hartsville truly creepy. But the next place? Imagine a charming southern town where the numbers are not just bad, but 6 times the national average. Number 3. Wadesboro, North Carolina. Danger hiding in plain sight. Wadesboro is the definition of deceptive calm. A small rural town with just over 5,000 residents. Quaint storefronts, old brick buildings, quiet roads. But beneath that peaceful exterior is one of the highest violent crime rates of any small U.S. town. One breakdown estimated 2,621 violent incidents per 100,000 residents, more than 6 times the national average. That puts Wadesboro on par with some of the riskiest urban neighborhoods in the country. For a town this size, those numbers are jaw-dropping. Locals talk about robberies, assaults, and shootings that shake the community, leaving people on edge even during normal daily errands. Poverty, limited job opportunities, and strained police resources create a storm of instability. Wadesboro isn't creepy because of ghost stories. It's creepy because the danger feels invisible, everywhere, all the time. But if danger hiding in plain sight freaks you out, prepare yourself. Our next town is literally erased from official existence. Number 2. Dudleytown, Connecticut, the cursed town in the woods. Dudleytown is one of those places where the forest feels too quiet, too dense, too aware. Once a colonial settlement in the 1700s, Dudleytown was completely abandoned by the late 1800s. Today, it's nothing but stone foundations and cellar holes swallowed by forest. Yet, its reputation is massive. Its nickname? The Village of the Damned. Local legend blames a curse brought by the Dudley family from England. Over the years, residents supposedly suffered madness, disappearances, and strange accidents. Whether true or exaggerated, the lore is strong enough that paranormal investigators still swarm the area. Surprising fact, the land is now private property, and visitors are regularly ticketed for trespassing because so many people show up looking for ghosts. Real reports include electronic devices dying for no reason, people getting disoriented, hikers feeling like something is watching them. If America has a real-life Blair Witch forest, this is it. But Dudleytown is only the second creepiest place on this list. There's one town more unsettling because the threat isn't ghosts, it's the earth itself. Number 1. Centralia, Pennsylvania, the town the earth rejected. Centralia looks like a normal rural town at first, until you notice the steam rising from the ground, then the dead-end roads, then the missing houses, then the silence. Centralia sits on top of a coal mine fire that ignited in 1962 and has burned under the town for over 60 years, and could burn for centuries. Yes, centuries. The fire caused the ground to heat, crack, and release toxic gas. In the 1980s, the government relocated nearly every resident. Population from 1,100 in 1980 to under a dozen today. The U.S. Postal Service even revoked Centralia's zip code because the town was effectively erased. Walking through Centralia feels like trespassing in a place the earth is actively removing. Entire neighborhoods exist only as empty streets with no houses. Stop signs stand alone, pavement buckles. Vents in the ground release smoke. It's not abandoned, it's rejected. And that's what makes Centralia the creepiest town in America. A reminder that sometimes humans don't decide when a place dies, nature does. These towns aren't horror movie sets. They're real places shaped by tragedy, isolation, nature, and time. Some are disappearing, some are dangerous. Some feel haunted without ever needing a ghost. And if this journey left you with chills, imagine what else is out there. I'll keep finding the hidden corners. You just have to click subscribe to come along.